Good morning, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us for today's webinar. This is our second webinar in this calendar year. My name is Anurag Mittal, and I am the Vice Chair at IEEE Student Branch, Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research. IEEE is the world's largest technical professional organization dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. IEEE and its members inspire a global community through its highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional and educational activities. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the session, please type them into the chat box and I will bring them up when it will be the time for the questions at the end. Also, meanwhile the session, you will get link posted in the chat box itself. Mark your attendance in it to avail the participation certificate. Today, we are presenting Know Your IEEE, Site Prospects and Funding Opportunities, Episode 7, presented by our guest speaker, Dr. Arti Milind Karande. She has a dynamic career and a glorifying list of achievements. She completed her PhD Computer Science from Spit College, MTech in Computer Engineering from VJTI College, and BE in Computer Engineering from Shah and Anchor College. She is an assistant professor at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, Munshi Nagar, Andheri, Mumbai. Skilled in personality development, database, object oriented programming, and application server, she takes interest to work as a consultant with new technology based products in the area of service oriented architecture, enterprise architect, solution architect, cloud architect, soft computing, business agility. Her experience with IEEE is also profound. She was ex-chair Site Bombay section, an ex-member of XCOM 2020 and XCOM 2021. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our guest, Dr. Arti. Ma'am,
Yeah, thank you very much for such a wonderful introduction. Uh, this is very awesome thing, like connecting from Mumbai all over to Indore, and it is really happy that we are starting with a new session or the session of Know Your IEEE. Being a ex-chair of site IEEE Bombay section, it made me proud to announce that we achieved best site chapter from R10 in 2021. So this was a section chapter which I can say. But in today's session, no under the no IEEE, I'm going to focus on different perspective under the site which you can start and this is going to be one of the very interesting chapter in your college and it will be very advantageous for considering your college at the level of AICT MHRD as well. So thank you very much for the organizer. Thank you very much to the organizer for giving me this opportunity to share the information related to special interest group on humanitarian technology. So before starting, I just wanted to add something related to what is a site actually. So a site, as I mentioned clearly, the name Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology. We belongs to engineering college and we do some or more different interesting mini projects. And as soon as the marking is over, then we left over that and we don't consider about it. But IEEE gave that acknowledgement, giving a better platform so that you can present your project at the global level. And if it's really worthwhile, then you will get appreciated. And you can apply for the funding also, how much you have spent to make that. And if it's really worthwhile, you can make that as your startup company as well. So, SITE is a community which is actually funded by the HSE, that is a Humanitarian Activity Committee. Now, this is one of the most important committee of IEEE who work for humanitarian activities. Like they go for some training in rural areas or suburban areas where some of the facilities are not available. So this site chapter, or I can say the site program, is a global network program where different IEEE member or non-IEEE members can come together and they will work hand in hand. Okay. So here, in this today's presentation, I will focus on how you can start with your chapter as well, and how you can apply for the site funding. So site chapter, in like overall it is called as a sites chapter for a particular section. Like IEEE Bombay section is there, Hyderabad section is there, Kerala section is there. But along with that, a respective college can also start, and that is called as a site group. Now, you may come out with a question saying that, okay, we want to start this particular side chapter or side group in our college. So, but we don't have any humanitarian activity. Normally, when we are running any engineering college, there are some NGOs or there are some local community, the nearby our college area. They come out with some problems saying that this is the problem which we are facing in our area. Do you have any solution or not? So in that case, we can definitely collaborate with such type of NGOs or such type of local community. We can try to understand their problems, and then we can propose some of the solution, and then you can apply over here saying that this is the community which we are facing, and for them this is a solution which we are trying to identify, and this is going to be worthwhile if we get the solution implemented for this local community. So definitely IEEE, HSC will understand that particular problem and the solution which you are proposing, and the funding which you are applying, and you will definitely get that the funding approved. So this particular section allows you to collaborate with different local community. Site encourages its members to work efficiently to develop some of the sustainable solution. Now, what is the meaning of sustainable solution? Before some time, I focused that in engineering college we do have the concept of mini project or some of the internship or some of the research project, and we do come out with very good solution, very affordable solution. And then we say that, okay, my project is over, I got the marks, my engineering is over, so it is no more required. Or you may forward that project to your junior saying that, oh, this was the part I handled, now you can enhance the things better way like this. So in that case, why not you actually implement and let the people use that? So site encourages such type of sustainable solution, and which will make a long term difference in the lives of people around them. So, what is the benefit? First of all, I will start with one particular topic, saying that those who want to take the IEEE membership, they need to pay certain amount. Those who are a student, the amount is different. Those who are faculty, the amount is different. Faculty will be considered as a young professional in IEEE, and hence the amount is totally different. Those who want to go for a WI membership or CSI membership or different chapters are available. So you need to pay for that membership. But site is such a community that you don't have to pay anything. So if you have just no, if you don't have IEEE membership, still you can apply for the site membership. So non IEEE member can also become site member. Now, those who have already taken the IEEE membership, they will say, "Oh my God, we could have gone for the site membership." Yeah, but before starting with the site chapter, you should have IEEE members in your team. Then and then only the others will get the benefit. So some people need to have IEEE membership, and then they can start with the site group in your college, and then you can encourage your student to take the site membership, which will be totally free of cost. Now you may start wondering, Kyari, I have taken the IEEE membership, and these people are without membership. They will become a site member, so they are equal. Yeah, they are equal, but not in some circumstances. Like they will get IEEE number, but they will not be entitled to some of the benefits given by the IEEE. Like they will get the newsletter, they can be part of the some of the event, but like normally when you take the IEEE membership, you are getting some fee discount in some of the conferences or in some of the events or in some of the funding. So here it will not be available. But yeah, definitely you will be getting one IEEE members. You will get a newsletter from site. You will be allowed to participate in some of the site activity. So these are the different. So some of the things are not allowed to you as access, but you will get IEEE member from here. So, what is the benefit of becoming a site member? So you can work with a partner with local communities. Normally, there is a taunt given by our old age people saying that, "Arey, you are an engineer, so what you have done for us? You have not done anything for us." Or if you are there in a rural area, the people do come and say that, "Do something for us." So once you become site members and you are there with that team, so you can definitely say that you become a partner for the local community, and you will be a pronounced person in your local areas. This membership is a free and it will be open, so you can definitely encourage your other people around. It is not mandatory that you should be engineer also. Like if you want to work with some of the colleges, they are not engineering college, and you want to start with this chapter, definitely it is not a compulsory that you should be an engineer. But yeah, that college should have some IEEE six, minimum six IEEE student, or one with one faculty in charge, and that seven people will rule the complete other site members. So here they will get, as I mentioned you, that they will get monthly site newsletter as well as some site announcement, and they will belong to the site group, and this site group can apply for some of the funding. So they can, like when I will apply for some funding, and if I'm saying that in my team these are the members, and so definitely it is going to create a count. Okay, individual members can also create a network, because when you are allowed to participate in some of the site conferences, so IEEE is mainly for creating network. You know why? How can I do that? I'm sitting in Mumbai, and I'm talking with you all at Indore. How it was possible? I don't think I met Chaitanya sir anything before, but during my some of the session or some of the activity we got connected, and hence the network got increased. The same way, sitting at your place, you can connect with some global people as well. There may be chances that once you get the site membership and there are already some projects are going on, you don't have any idea, you don't have any solution, you don't have any local community to serve. But as that project is going on and you are willing to volunteer that project, you can apply your volunteership as well. Okay. You must be aware that IEEE site started with one project in India that is called as a smart village. You can Google about it. You will get detail about it. And under that smart village, you can also show your willingness to be as a volunteer. So you can show your interest, and hence you will increase your network. All of you must be aware that what is the advantage to increase your network. Like these people will share their experience, these people will share their knowledge with you. They will be helping hand you if you got stuck in some of the project, and they will definitely be one of the advantages. Site is governed by a committee of members that lead to some of the subtopic. Like in your college, once you start with your site group, you can formulate some different groups, subgroup as well, and then you can go ahead with assigning them some projects, and you can make that open. Like in Indore, you started with some of the project, and now you understood that the team committee size is not worthwhile to carry out that activity. So you can open in your college volunteers, like some different colleges student, this college student can join you as a volunteer in your project. So that way you can build some relationship with other colleges as well. Okay, when you are communicating with some of the local community and you are solving their problems, definitely you are going to get some respect in your local area as well. Now, let us start how to formulate a site group. Site group consists of at least six IEEE members who can come together. And now I will suggest you that you just Google about it. There are some IEEE petition forms are there. Previously, it was one of the easy tasks to formulate a site group, but now it is changed, because the site group are asking for where your college is located, what are the different local communities you are having around you, what type of problems you are finding over there, what type of solution you are feasible with you, or you are going to think over it, and so on. But to fill that petition form, you should have at least six IEEE members and along with one in charge, and that need to be YP person. So here, the site petition form will give you overall a glance at how the site is going to help you out. Now, when you are filling that form, you need to start with one project. It is like you are taking a franchise of site, and as a result, you need to show your interest that we are not just formulating a group, but we are actually interested to work on some of the project. And hence, and because of that only, they are asking for some of the local community who are around you, and you may be targeting their solutions. So site group which has not initiated a project for 2 years, like you applied, you got sanctioned, this site number will be same as that as of your IEEE student chapter, but you will be able to get some seed funding as well. I'm very much confused nowadays due to COVID situation. That seed funding concept is stopped, but very soon it will be again on. So you will get some of the seed funding so that you can start with some of the project. Uh, and then every year you need to report to the site chapter saying that these are the activity which we conducted, as we do for other chapter as well. And if you're not doing that for 2 years a long period, then they will be considered as that you are not a active site. So what there is a question like some of your faculty in charge may started thinking that okay we will start with it, but what we have to do? We have IEEE team in our college, but what is the use of formulating site group? So here you can create awareness among the in your local communities, saying that what is the humanitarian activities are there. You can have your normal training. You can conduct some workshop for these people so that you can train them, like during COVID, how to take care of your health, some hygiene precautions. So or you want to train some schools or some colleges, so that can also consider as a humanitarian activity. And that awareness you can mention as some of the activity under your group. You can initiate some of the sustainable project and that will contribute to the community, and that is also part of your submission, and that also you can do. IEEE can also do, but yeah, IEEE is having some vision most of the time, technical activity. But if you conduct such type of activity, it will be under the site. You can provide the training also to increase the capacity of IEEE member or your operational unit, and they can take some activity. You can showcase the result that you learn, like we are now going to connect SPIT. It is not a spit, it is a SPIT, Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. We also started with our side group, and we are having different projects, and that we are serving to the humanity. So when you showcase your work to the other people, they also get encouraged, and they can also say that let us have that solution. Now, there may be one more question floating in your mind saying that is it the case that the idea or the solution need to be a new thing? It is not so. Somebody already initiated, like solar lamp is there, or some IoT based techniques are there. But what we can do, we can take that technique and say same solution, and we will make a small kit, and we will take that training in our local community. Okay, so that is also worthwhile, and for that also you can say that this is the solution which you are applying. So you can develop a relationship with your greater sustainable development community outside the IEEE. Colleges need to apply for NAC, they need to apply for NBA, and if they show such type of collaboration, they do get some good mark, and it will increase your ranking or grade as well. Now, I'm going to guide you how you can start with your site group. So, first, you have to think really you want to start. It is not so that I'm taking some session, know your IEEE for the site, and so you felt, okay, ma'am, I asked us to start with the chapter. No, you should think first. Really, do you have such type of idea in your mind? Are you having such type of local community? Do you really want to develop some solution for them? And so on. Okay. And then you need to have some motivation. You should have your own vision, mission, and then you can go ahead. So first you think that really you are interested to work in such domain or not. Then you can build your team. So here you can collect first, this pillar need to be IEEE members only, because once you start your group, you are identified as a site member, but still there need to be some franchisee holders. So IEEE members need to be there as a volunteer and lead by one faculty members. And then you can fill some petition form. There are so many details they are required. This six IEEE student member and one faculty member need to hold active IEEE membership. Okay. Now you have to sign the petition which is available. You need to mention your student branch, the society which you are affiliated with, which university you have, what type of grade your faculty members carries, and then you need to specify your mission, your goal, your proposed activity for the first year. Maybe it is not conducted, so still you are going to propose. You need to say, define one of the chair for your student branch, and then you need to collect their signature, you need to upload their signature, and all these things you need to upload. And then the organizational unit, for example, SPIT belongs to Bombay section, so we need to apply that to the Bombay section organizational unit. You Indore belongs to MP, so you need to apply over there, and so on. And then their endorsement will be forwarded saying that our college is interested to start with this group, so please allow, and then you will be the as a part of the site group, and then you have to send, and then the officer will understand what the things you have submitted. If there is any discrepancies, they will come back to revert back to you, and you have to solve that, and once it is done, you will get your group ID also. And that normally ID is same as that of your IEEE ID, but only thing that the initial numbering is different. So once it is approved, SSC will review your application, you will get the consent. Okay. Now, here in this presentation, I am going to give you some guideline also, like how you can operate your site group. So you can engage in a feet on the ground initiative, like you are going to contribute some of the positively and sustainable to their local community. So whatever you added in your petition, here you are going to define that project. You need to list out that project. You need to find out the requirement for that project, what are the different plans you can have, and you are actually going to ground up for that. So you are going to say that these are the activity which you want to conduct under the site. So now there is a question like what projects, mini projects, or what different type of project can be considered as eligible for that. If I have some of the, as I mentioned, solar lamp is there, so somebody already developed the solar lamp, but that kit was very costly. So you are having some different solution, the idea is same, but you have different solution for the same. It can be considerable. You can work for the say technology development, you can work for the technology deployment. So somebody already created and you are want to deploy. Some policy projects are there, so such type of projects can be considered under site. Okay. You need to, like, this technology development or this technology deployment need to benefit some under reserved, underserved group. That is the main intention behind that. Like, I want to conduct technology development project for the final year student, they are already trained, they are the final year, so it is not acceptable. But if you want to conduct such type of training program for some of the school, some of the rural areas, some of the parents, so that will be considered as a site activity. Here technology need to be one of the mandatory. Okay, it is like I'm going to teach to a school and I'm teaching them 1 2 3 4, so it is not acceptable. But when you are teaching 1 2 3 4 with the help of some of the mathematical technology, then it is acceptable. So you need to understand the thematic area, and you need to prove that how the, because we belongs to the engineering background. Okay, so when we belongs to technology is our key area, and we need to work around that only. Okay, so you need to you can and along with that you can conduct some multiple activity, like community building is there, but using technology. So it is like I want to go to some village and I am training them, but what I am training them, like I need to conduct some hygiene activity, but what hygiene activity you will conduct, some with the help of some technology. Your focus on ensuring the sustainable of project result. Now your side project, there are some templates are already given, like I'm going to tell you some 8 steps which are required when you want to apply for the site funding. But it is not so easy, like I have identified some local community and I'm saying that yeah, these are the things which you which we are going to solve. Okay, but they will be accepting asking for some of the most important concept, like a logical model worksheet. So here you need to list out who will be the stakeholders, what solution you are proposing, who will be beneficial, what type of percentage are people, how many percentage of people are going to benefit because of that, and so many things. Whether that particular solution is going to impact on your environmental, so that also there are so many rubrics are there. So that's why this is not at all easy. Okay, but if you answer all their questions, you are going to get that. Okay, there is a risk analysis also. So you are saying that your project is very good, so many things, but what is the risk? Like right now I implemented a solution to that area, but later on these people are not going to use it, so there is a risk. Okay, so that risk, or because of that project right now it is a beneficial for them, for the later on it is not going to be useful. So that way you need to portray, you need to have some long term vision in your project, and you need to answer that in a risk analysis worksheet. Then actually your budget. Okay, and then your It is not so that we propose that solution, we implement it, we identify the risk and everything. You cannot leave that project in between. You need to give us the timeline, who is going to manage that thing as well. So long term, it is like that project is going to run for a longer time, so it is worthwhile. No, you need to show your template saying that the project management skill also, like who is going to provide the service later on. And to understand different this template or this worksheet, there is some library functions, engineering for change solution library. So you can access this library and you will understand different way you can find out. All this information I have taken from the IEEE site toolkit.org, and where the operate slash projects are given, and you can have a look on this worksheet. And if you are willing to apply, because I'm going to show you one upcoming things, and if you are willing to apply, you can definitely work on it. Okay. Now, what are the different side projects are going in India? As I mentioned you that IEEE Smart Village website is actually going on in India by site. So, Smart Village empowers different off-grid communities. Like they are giving some education, they are working on some sustainable, affordable, locally owned entrepreneur energy business. Like they are teaching them how to start their home business, or some like rural areas do have some of the raw materials, so how they can convert that as a product and so on. Even there are some information available about this different existing projects, so you can access this on about IEEE site, IEEE site project. So I will be sharing this slideshow with you all, so or you can just google, you will get everything over there. So a complete IEEE Smart Village voluntary interest form. It's so now also still this project is going on in some of the areas in Maharashtra as well. So if you want to volunteer yourself, you can Google about IEEE Smart Village project, and then you will get a form and you can show your interest to volunteer it. Site also connect with epic, and epic is nothing but engineering project in community service. So here it will empowers IEEE volunteers and students to work for the local service organization, and here you can apply your technical knowledge so that the solution will be available for the community. Here they need to, the students, what the students will get. Okay. I know that now AICT or UGC says that there need to be some applied component in the education, and hence it is not so that they will be learning some of the technical subjects or technical practical labs, but they need to show that where they have applied. So everything need to be as a applied component. So if you collaborate with such type of chapters or such type of groups, definitely you can say that how your solution was useful for the local community. So I have listed out here some of the means you can also Google about epics. So there is a website called as a epics.ieee.org, and you will uh, like there is one more concept. I don't know whether it is applicable in your college. Like we need to connect with some of the organization, some of the industry, and then take their solution and implement that to the local community. So site will help you out, and site give you a platform where you can collaborate with different industry, and you can implement that to the charitable the solution as well. So in India, we are having different epic projects like Kerala traffic control is there, learning aids for visually challenged is there, education and outreach of electrical engineering and renewable engineering, which is there in China, green card, device to assist communication for disabled based on heart gesture recognition. So these are the different projects which are ongoing, and some of the completed in our region are 10. Now again, under the operate your site group, like as I told you that you can connect with such type of people, but you can conduct some of the humanitarian training and some professional development programs under this. So you can create some workshop, or you can create some training program for school going. Under STEM also you can connect, but there is a age limit given 14 to 18. You, if you want to conduct some for the college going student, or some of the college sorry, some village or something like that, so site will definitely help you out. But you need to consider there are five key subject areas of training and professional under site. You can show that sustainable development overview of sustainable development, saying that if I implement this technology in your village, what is going to happen and what will be the role of that local community. That way also you can conduct. You can have some engineering and sustainable development training programs specifically for some of the NGOs or something like that. You need to design some of the training considering human as a center. Matlab, what benefit that person will get or what benefit that NGO will get. It should be community based solution, so that way also you can conduct some training. Social impact project management, like work from home. You might have heard in Maharashtra, one of the teacher, school teacher from central Maharashtra, he got awarded up to, I think, good amount. And what he did, he based something QR based solution for school going girl students specifically. Like, books are not there, but still they can have that smartphone, so they can scan that QR code, and the complete book will be available there in the smartphone. It was not a big thing, it was just existing reusable, some of the concept like QR code and then the book. So he made that complete book available in the smartphone. Okay, so such type of social impact project also you can develop, and it will be can be part of your site group. And you can work on social impact assessment also. Like, you want to have some survey, you want to connect with them, you want to on voluntarily connect with some of the NGOs. Like, recently we got one request from one of the foundations saying that we have handicapped people with us, can you come and train them? So they are having their smartphone, but we will be going and we will be training them. You can also work on the third activity, building the capacity of your group. Okay, so capacity nothing but like internal human capacity of your site group. So you are only 6 people, but you can connect with 60 people, and that's 60 to the 600 and so on. You can train one person, and that one person to 10 person, and so on. You can build new or existing partnership, so that way also you can start connecting with the some NGOs or some organization, and that will enhance your collaboration also. You can share your success and learning stories with some other side group. Like, in your college it started with a side group, and you want to encourage that in the nearby another engineering college, that is also possibly correct. You need to increase, like if you are conducting some of the activities for increasing the awareness of site, both within the IEEE or outside that site. Because recently I conducted such type of activity for Kolhapur section, and they were not knowing anything about the IEEE. But when we propagated that, that college was a normal science college, art college actually. They took the IEEE membership. Besides, they were not engineers, but still they started with the site chapter in their college. So it will strengthen the overall resources for your site group as well. Like, in future, if you want to, you got some solution, but you don't know which local community you can serve, or that particular solution is not kept, possible by your team, so different colleges can come together and they can serve for that local community, so that way you can go ahead. Whenever you conduct such type of activity, you just have to formulate that in a report in the format of some photographs, some of the attendance, some of the videos, and then the overall activity, how it benefited, what is the outcome. So there are some output and everything. You need to submit the satisfaction or how the people community benefited because of you. So you need to upload that under your side group on that portal. So SSC will see and how good your things are going on. And again, you maybe you can apply for the site awards. And recently, as I told you, R10 awarded site IEEE Bombay section with the best site chapter, and we got awarded with $500. And with that 500, again I can conduct some of the activity and so on. So the story goes on. So annual reports are there. Okay. Now I think the things like what is a site, what is a advantage of site, how you can start with your site group, and what different activity which you can conduct under the site group. It's all clear to all of you. Now the most important thing, like you can apply for the funding under site. And this is a funding. This is not something like a equity which you are normally finding in Shark Tank. But this is a funding. You just have to say that this is a problem and these are the way. But I cannot say that this problem is really worthwhile. So there are different options which you can go. So what actually the idea? You may say that ki, we submitted, but they rejected our application. Even mine, so many ideas got rejected because it was not actually fulfilling the vision, mission, or the objective of site. So let us have understand how which type of project you can apply, and definitely it will help you to select your problems solution as well. So you need to first say that does your site group have a project idea? Okay. So project idea means I cannot say that I just had a dream and that dream says that ki, this is a one solution. I want to have some noise less fans in my house, or some different type of AC or different type of fridge. This idea is good, but this is not serving to any local community. I don't think any local community everybody have their fridge at their home or AC at their home. So you need to first, before selecting any idea, you need to target a particular local problem. Okay. Then you to need to check that whether that local problem is really a problem. Okay. Then you need to find out ki if this is a problem, which community is actually facing that problem. Okay. And what is the meaning of local? That is also one of the good questions. So local means uh, the locality where you are saying. If I'm staying in Bombay and I'm trying to identify some of the problem at Indore, will not be sustainable. Okay. It will, because I'm proposing a solution, but who will come to Indore and who will implement that and who will give the maintenance? So as a result, local means my local area. I need to give the satellite latitude and longitude for that local community. So they are tracing back actually that with the help of satellite data, they are actually checking whether that local community exists or not. Okay. So I cannot say that I am staying in Mumbai and I am having some problem with the rural areas and that is my native place. Even that is not acceptable. So they are targeting for the social group and the local community nearby to that social site group. Okay. So you need to understand what is the meaning of local, and according to you need to identify the local problems and how which community is going to benefit. Okay. You got some local area and you are saying that this solution is worthwhile for the handicapped people, but in your local community there is no handicapped people. Okay. There is no such type of organization exists, so still your problem may get declined. So if you still have everything in place, you can go ahead with the step number 2. So now check whether your project involved with the disaster relief. You are saying that I stay near to seashore and there is a huge problem with that, and there may be chances that I may face some storm or something like that. So remember that your idea, if it is giving the solution for the disaster relief, you cannot submit to the site. Yeah, even though it is going to helpful for the humanity, it is helpful for some of the good NGOs, but still it is not acceptable because disaster relief site is not meant for the disaster. You need to consider some of the people. But if you still feel कि नहीं मेरा problem connect होना चाहिए, so you can mail to the site IEEE.org. Then they can they will ask you some of the specific questions, and if you are giving the worthwhile answer to it, then they will say that now you can apply for it. So the immediate disaster response projects will not be acceptable. But during COVID, there was a special call by the site saying that if you have any solution for the COVID, and in that case, they were not looking for any local community as well. That the in between the COVID-19 proposal was like open for everyone. Most of the project got sanctioned during that period, and it was not means that time some of the rules under the site was released, and so just check that it should not be a disaster relief, and if it is not a disaster relief solution, you can definitely go ahead. So in third, you cannot apply saying that I want to, this is a problem solution which are in relevance to the STEM. No, this is not allowed. Or some of the educational initiatives. If your idea is for the educational initiative, it is not acceptable because there are IEEE is having different chapter where you can apply for the funding. You must be aware that now STEM portals are open. 14th March is the last day for application for that. So if you are looking for educational initiative, site will not allow you because site says that, or if you say that we are having some teacher in service program, no, site will not encourage in that case. So if it is no, you can go with the step number 4. So now you must be wondering फिर हम लोग कौन सा idea दे. So I will tell you. So if your project target your local community, okay, and you are actually identify the leader, the people, the problem, and you know the solution, and it is nearby to you. If yes, now you can say that yes, I am the correct person. So now you will be entitled to go to the step number 5. But still, it is not acceptable. I will tell you if your solution carries some technology deployment, okay, and that is specifically for the under reserved community, okay, then you can directly submit. There is no issue. Step number 8 says that yes, you can submit, but you say that yeah, there is a some technology, but there is a unreserved community. So if it is no, then we need to ask you some another set of questions. So, is your project related to technology policy that impact an unreserved community? So, this, if you say that no, this is the deployment, but this is not a new technology, but we are targeting this local community. We want to give some street light solar-based solution. So, solar-based street lights are already available, but you are saying that this local community want to get implemented. You can go ahead, and how they are going to benefit, you can say that. So yes, step number 8, you can submit. If it is no, still it is not following that policy, now you can check that if you are a society based group and is your project related to humanitarian technology development, you are allowed to go ahead. Okay. So if you still have some question, you can say that nay, now my project is side project, and but these are the some flaws which I am not able to solve. I have given you 8 steps, but actually when you will start filling the form, you will find most of the, I mean, there are big questions which you need to answer properly. Okay, and that's why that worksheet will be helpful for you. Okay, so great. If you are there with the step number 8, you are ready to get started, and now you can fill the form and you can go ahead. So, how actually the HSC project management process works? They will evaluate your project, okay, and in that evaluation, they will check by HSC site reviewers to ensure that they are within the scope. They will meet the eligibility requirement. There is a strong candidate for further consideration. In stage 2 of evaluation, they will scrutinize by different projects, because there may be chances that some projects need to be taken as a highest priority. So in that case, there may be chances. So it will ensure that the applicant team provided all the necessary information and the project has a reasonable chance of success. So that is a stage number 2 evaluation. Now it will be given to the third stage, that is a decision. They will go with the strict criteria to select the most qualified and awarded funding, and then it will be given to the legal review. It is not so that okay, you get the funding, you there is need to be legal review. They need to have some undertaking between the local community and you, like you consider that local community, you applied for the funding, but whether that local community is interested to go for your things or not. So that is also one of the things. So send to IEEE office of risk and insurance management and IEEE legal. If we can go ahead and identify, means you have already listed out some of the risks, but they will go with some more risk related to IEEE, because IEEE is a brand. And then the approval is there, and you will get a mail saying that your project got selected, and then you need to complete that project. You may get some advanced amount for that, and once you complete that project, you submitted all the report, and hence then you will get the rest of the money deposited to your organizational unit, not to your college. And you need to submit all the proof to your organizational unit, and your organizational unit will reimburse that funding. Right now, we are having one rolling submission, which is started from 1st of March, and it will be up to 4th of April. You can search on this particular website, hsc.ieee.org. And so right now, this particular project is open. I've already given all the details about this. So you can, if you think that you can apply, so definitely opening things are there. I when I served in 2021 up to February 28, I was serving as a chair for IEEE Bombay section. So we got our 10 outstanding chapter award, and I always want to appreciate my team members. So I don't stand alone. I always take people with me. So these were my team members. So if you have any question, you do write to me, and you can have a website. We have our website ieeebombay.org site, and do mail to us. We are welcome to our questions. So this is all about from my end, and I'm open for your question answer.
Thank you, ma'am. That was actually really elaborated and really systematic presentation. Like we got to learn a lot of things from that. And if you don't mind, can you please share the presentation with
Sure,
us
sure.
after
It
the
is
event?
open. This is not my property. This is your property only. I'm going to share with sir, and so you can take care of it,
Yeah.
and you can definitely
Thank
forward
you.
that to others. And if you feel that such type of more session need to be conducted in your nearby colleges, I will be ready to serve. My intention, if I'm not able to, because I stay in metropolitan city, so I cannot do field work. So because of such type of project presentation, if somebody is getting click in their mind and that is going to come out with one solution, and it is going to help out that local community, some other the other place I served at some place, so that happiness I will be getting. Okay, so I'm
That would
open
be
for
great.
some questions.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. So I request the audience to please put up the questions in the chat box if you have any. And now I would like to call my teammate Diksha, who is the treasurer of student branch, to take up the questions to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. There are some questions from the audience and from myself also. That
Okay.
what kind of projects you have proposed for, or how they get funded, how they got funded.
Yeah. As a site, in 2020, it was a COVID situation, so we could not apply actually the physically because the restriction were there with us. So in 2021, under site IEEE Bombay section, one project from Nasik got approved. I am not getting right now the detailed information, but all that things are available on site Bombay section website. Snehagar College, they also got with the funding, and I do remember because I also appreciated that project. I was a part of it, and I remembered that that project was related to make a kit, and solar-based lamp were there, and they made a kit. So the concept was ready, but they made a kit as a part of their site group, and then they distributed to the village which was nearby, and they called that student along with their parents. They showed taught them how to fit that kit. It was a ready to use kit, means these college people made that ready to use kit, and that was distributed to them. And along with that, previous site chapters in Mumbai section, Don Bosco College, they have adopted a college. They adopted a village near to Mumbai, Palghar, Velvanda. So that project is also available. They conducted some of the project for mobile charging system. Because that, even though it is near to Mumbai, that particular village was not having electricity. They were not having any signal. So they applied and they got funded for it, and then they implemented first as a Airtel tower. They had communication with them. Then they started with electricity, and then they started with some charging station. Even the same college later on, that was a very big project. Almost $40,000 were sponsored to them. I may have some rough idea in my mind, but the details are already provided on website. Again, the same village was adopted by female hygiene system. They developed one machine where the sanitary pad can get disposed. And some other projects were also there, like some educational background for village ladies were involved, and they implemented some technology for the stitching and something like that. So these are the some of the project we facilitated, and under my chair capacity, we conducted number of webinars, and that webinars we conducted under different colleges, and that the I think that college might have started with some of the initiative which is not reported to me, but the next team may carried out with that reporting.
And the next question is like your branch was the best site, was elected for the best site section. So, what were the best practices that your chapter follows that helps your project get funding?
Okay, actually, I say that this was a team activity. It was not my individual activity. So, best practices in the in the thing like team was there. So, whenever we have any activity, everybody was coming together. We conducted number of webinars. It was not so, and we themed that as a learn from leader. And under that, we connected most of the global people, and they shared their experiences, whatever different side project they carried out. So we understood where we are making the flaws. Then we connected with one competition, Budding the Innovators, and where we invited a number of colleges to submit their ideas. We scrutinized their ideas, and then we selected the best three. So the theme was, or the conduct activity which we conducted was focusing on the humanitarian technology. So due to COVID situation, we could not work on any actual project, but we actually conducted the awareness, site technology awareness, and we submitted the project submitted by this chapter. This is a site IEEE Bombay section chapter who got the award. So this is a Bombay section award, I can say, but I was the initiator, so I can proudly say that we got the award. So you need to show that what are the different activity you conducted, and it is not so that some webinars are conducted, but how it actually benefited to the people. And how the actual benefit, I can say that the first time when we I delivered the session in 2020, 20, yeah, 20, and the things propagated like अरे ये सब भी होता है, let my college, because as a faculty or as a student you do have that energy to start, but your management people should understand, and then they can say that, oh, you we should have such type of group in our college. So that awareness I tried to create, and that awareness really helped, and within this time period we got more number of site student member, faculty member also, and they are consider that is one of the plus point, so they got gave us the award.
Ma'am, there's one question that how long does a side project usually last?
Yeah, that is a very good questions. I can say that it is totally based on your problem statement. There may be chances that some of the problem statement you just want to create a solar lamp and you are disposed like that. That is the simplest one. But there are some you are adopting any village and you are giving them all the facility, they are going to share some amount, and then you are building some product like street light is there, some electricity issue in their school, you can develop some inverter, or you can say that in education these are the some software which you want to build in their biogas is the system, and there you are implementing the technology in the agriculture, you are saying some solutions. So such type of problems, really it will not be completed within a short period of time, it may be 1 year long. So if your group is started with such type of project, so this year student worked up to one particular benchmark, so you can open the same project for the next year student volunteer, they will carry ahead with the same benchmark to the next benchmark, and so on. Right now I gave the example of Don Bosco College of Engineering in Mumbai, and they have adopted the Velvanda, one of the village near to the Mumbai. I mentioned that in the starting they just focused on electricity problem. Then they focused on mobile tower problem. Then next time they proposed the machine which they want to develop. And slowly and steadily the project was enhanced. So that way you have to identify the local community, you have to identify the idea or the problem, and then based on your solution, maybe a short-term solution may be possible, or you may go with a long-term solution as well. Smart village is again a long-term solution where they are targeting some of the villages with small components, and they are increasing the that capacity with some different features as well. So I hope you understood. It is not so that you need to show only short-term solution. It is totally based on your problems which you want to show.
And ma'am, what is the difference between professional and university side group?
Yeah, professional. I didn't mention about the professional site group. I think site group I mentioned, which is affiliated with colleges. Okay,
Okay.
and when we connected with the section level, like IEEE Bombay section, so that is called as a chapter. So if you propose or if you want to start the site in your college, it will be treated as a site group. Okay, and the same way in your section there is a site chapter, and then the site professional group, that is a HSC level, R10, that is a site professional I can say that. So bigger version, then smaller version, and then smaller to smaller version. Yeah.
So now all the questions from the audience have been covered. So ma'am, is there anything else you wanted to cover up before wrapping up the session?
I think I have tried my level best to give you the things, and I will suggest your group should take, your college should take the initiative to start such type of group in your college, and try to find out, because we feel that array so many communities are there. Why? What is the need of it? But on the other end, when you do such type of projects, and that it gives a satisfaction. When I delivered such type of session, I get a satisfaction that I am not I cannot become the actual part of the project, but at least because of this session some people will get enlightenment. So I also believe that एक दिया दूसरे दिया को जिस तरह से lighten कर सकता है, the same way let us build a network hand in hand with such type of sessions and such type of projects and such type of serving to the local community. Some other place, our education should be beneficial to the local community. For them only we are learning. We need to give some part to the society. So let us start with the society. So that's all from my end.
So, ma'am, actually, our college had started the side group. So, what
Okay,
advice you
great.
would like to give? What advice you would like
Uh,
to give?
I will say that in our SPIT college, I'm serving as a woman in engineering faculty counselor. I can say that student advisor, and I majorly work in women in engineering. And SPIT got R10 Best Student Chapter Award also. So for conducting number of women-related activity, it was focusing on social activity as well. But when I understood, and they because of that, I got appointed as a chair for site. And then I understood that women in engineering is okay, it is theme based for specific gender, but why not to serve for the local community? So definitely the site group will give you a satisfaction, because normally in electronics or telecommunication department, they develop so many projects, but once it is marked, they will not be again open up. Maybe there is a chances that it will be simply forwarded to the junior, and junior will simply enhance, and then again it is left over. So why not that project be implemented, and you will get definitely it is not so that I need to go in search for the local community. But if you feel that ki nahi, this solution is there, let me search for a people, or people will come to you and say that we are facing such problems, please help us. So be active. Your team means your teamwork is going to help you out to sustainable in the activity. And yeah, one more thing, like seed funding will definitely encourage you, because then there is a money perspective. We all have so many solutions, we do have knowledge, but the money cannot be we cannot make the drama for getting the money. We need to have actually things. So site help you out in that condition, and that will really worthwhile. So best of luck to your site group, and I hope your team will do the best in upcoming areas. Don't only focus on the project. If you are conducting such type of training or workshop, that is also counted over here. So from my end, best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I'll be presenting the token of gratitude for you, ma'am. So, thank you, ma'am, for taking out time and from
Thank
your
you.
busy schedule and giving us such valuable information and your experience. And
Thank you.
I would like to thank my audience also for attending this session. And last but not the least, I would like to thank my team members also for making this session a successful one.
Thank you very much to the organizer, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much to the college and my lovely audience. I'm not able to see them because this is a live, but definitely I'm open for further communication. And if you feel that some place or the other round I can be a good mentor, please, I'm open for it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Can I leave from the studio,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
or some more time you need to have me? I don't know.
No, ma'am. For this time, we are done. But we
Okay.
will like to work
Thank you,
with you
ma'am.
in future also.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Looking forward.
Thank you, ma'am.